What's up everybody, back with another video today. And I have the notebook with me again because we're talking about the top 5 most incredible ducks in the world that you've probably never heard of before. Again, this is a subjective list, but I think you're gonna wanna stick around because I did get a lifer in this video as well. That doesn't happen very often anymore, especially in the state of Utah. But we have a lifer that I will reveal near the end. Currently at Hyrum Reservoir State Park in Cache County, Utah, and we've already seen some incredible birds, including that lifer today, which is absolutely incredible. I've been searching for that bird for a while, and it is a rare bird as well. One of the birds that we've seen so far already is the osprey. Such an amazing bird, one of my favorites out there. There's not anything like it, so osprey down on the list. But let's start with the top 5 ducks. Again, these aren't in any particular order, except I saved the best for last. All right, so the first one we have is the knob-billed duck. Now this one is found throughout Africa, India, and Southeast Asia, and it looks absolutely incredible. It's extremely common in the world, and it has that very unique bill, just with like the strange little bump on its bill. You don't find that a lot in ducks, and other birds like American white pelicans have something like that, but this duck is very unique that way. It breeds in freshwater swamps, lakes, and in the tropics. And the bird is declining locally, but it is listed as a least concern bird just because it can be found on so many different continents. So again, the bird's declining, but because it's so many places, they're not going to list it as endangered or as vulnerable. So just an amazing start to this list. Let's see what other birds we can find today, and let's talk about number 2 on my list. Picked up another fan favorite bird, the red-winged blackbird. Absolutely incredible species to pick up on the list, just singing up on the hill over here. And I mean, a lot of people love that bird. It's the most popular video on my channel, the red-winged blackbird video. Just an incredible species. Number 2 on my list for the day is the white-cheeked pintail, an absolutely stunning species. It's native to South America and the Caribbean, and a few other places like the Galapagos Islands, for example. There's a lot of escapees that have happened in Europe, so people actually see them in Europe occasionally in small numbers, kind of like the mandarin ducks over here in the United States. So an absolutely beautiful duck species. It's also status of least concern, and it's a duck that kind of likes water with a bit of salinity to it. So it likes that brackish water, a little bit of salt mixed with a little bit of fresh water. An extremely unique and stunning species, like I've already mentioned, but the contrast on the bird is incredible as well. You have those really light colors and the really dark colors and the vibrant colors that all mix together really well to make this one of the most beautiful ducks in the entire world. Let's move on and see what other birds we can find here. Picked up a Clark's grebe to add to our list for the day. I believe it's a Clark's grebe. It's a little bit far out. This is a reservoir, and it's pretty big, so a lot of the birds are gonna be as far away from humans as possible. All right, our next duck on the list is known as the pink-eared duck. Now this one, like all these ducks, very unique looking. It has that shovel-like bill. It's primarily found, actually it's only found on the continent of Australia / country of Australia, obviously. Pretty awesome to see a new continent on the list for the day. It's got zebra-like plumage, like zebra-like striping on its body, which is very unique in the bird world. And it's got that pink mark on its head, hence the name pink-eared duck. What's interesting about this bird is anywhere that there's standing water on that massive continent of Australia, the pink-eared duck could show up. So it likes that standing water, and it's a highly mobile bird. It doesn't really hang out in one spot. You can see some of these ducks in the US, they hang out in the same spot for like half the year. These ducks move around quite a bit. They primarily eat plankton and crustaceans. They are hunted heavily as well. So they're one of the ducks in Australia that get blasted out of the sky. An amazing looking species, absolutely incredible looking duck. Super happy to have that on the list. Again, down in the comments, if you've seen any of these birds yourself in person, let me know, because some of these are incredible. And again, I'm saving the best for last. Just picked up a bird that I was hoping to see here. It's one of the best places in Cache County to see these birds, but I have a common loon out in the distance. Again, everything is really, really far away because the reservoir is so big, but it's amazing to see this beautiful black and checkered plumaged bird. It also dives down at the end of the clip. One of my favorite species. I say that about probably 100+ bird species, but how can you not have 100+ favorites in the bird world? So super happy to pick that bird up for you guys. It's also a first of the year for Cache County. So great to see that bird finally here. Next cool duck species on my list is called the musk duck. Now this is also an Australian bird, and it's a diving duck, meaning, again, there's two classifications of ducks. There's dabbling ducks that eat off the surface for the most part, or just under the surface. Then there's diving ducks that feed off the bottom. This is a diving duck. It has that unique skin dangling from its chin. You don't see that in any other duck species. At least the males have it. I don't think the young ones or the females have it, but that's pretty cool. It also has a musky odor during breeding season, hence the name musk duck. So it's got a unique stinky smell during the breeding season that gives it its name. Very unique species, not the most colorful bird on the planet, but the next one is gonna knock your socks off. It's absolutely incredible. All right, so now for my lifer. What is the bird that I've been holding out on you guys? What's this bird in Utah that I've never seen before? That is the red-necked grebe, a rare bird to the state of Utah, and it showed up 15 minutes from my house. Also, it stuck around a week. I didn't even know it was here until some friends texted me the other day, and then I had to wait 2 to 3 days to come see it. Again, the shots are very, very distant, so I'll show you the footage of the bird. Absolutely incredible. I actually saw it right when I got here, and I haven't been able to find it since. I haven't seen it again, so very lucky to see the bird out on the water. I also got some photos where I can zoom in. It's not obviously anything incredible. The bird was half a mile away out on the water, but we did get this lifer, absolutely stunning species, and I'm very excited about it because it's kind of a semi-nemesis bird. There's a lot of places that I could possibly pick one up, and I got one here in my home state and my home county. Absolutely amazing. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever seen the red-necked grebe? All right, let's get on to the last bird on my list for the day. All right, so the bird that I saved for last, and in my opinion, the most impressive bird species on this list, it's also the duck that I want to see the most out of all of these birds, is called the torrent duck. Again, a bird of least concern like every single one on these lists, but you can find it along the western coast, all the way down South America. So from the top to the bottom on the western coast, torrent ducks run rampant. So then what the cool thing is one, it's a stunning duck. The males and the females looks absolutely incredible, but their behavior is what makes me want to see them really, really bad. They primarily are found on fast flowing rivers, and they actually hang out on the rocks in those rivers. So think of the American dipper, for example. It hangs out on the super fast flowing river, and then it dives into the water to find food. The torrent duck does the same thing, but in even faster moving rivers. It swims up current while feeding too, so it's pushing against that current seemingly without any effort whatsoever. This is the #1 duck I want to see on my list. Leave me a comment down below. Have you seen any of these birds in person in your lifetime? All right, duck fans, let me know in the comments below, what duck did I leave off this list? I can definitely do a part 2 on these. I did one on the top 5 most unique owls in the world earlier, and now ducks. Which group of birds should I do next? Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Bright-Eyed Birding.